right to it. So this morning I weighed in at 426.3 pounds. And honestly, I am stoked about that. That is a 5.1 pound loss, and honestly, I thought this week was going to be kind of terrible. So I've been on vacation all week, and usually when I have easy access to food all the time, it's a lot harder to, control myself and do well with my calorie counting, which it was a little hard this week in comparison with normal, because normally at work, I only take 300 to 600 calories worth of food with me, and that's what I eat all day from when I wake up until I go home at 4:30. So that really helps me keep on track with my calorie counting. But I didn't have that this week, and I did pretty good, so I'm happy with that. So that is a 5.1 pound loss. You can see on the chart here, almost as much as last week. I did get a lot of exercise in, which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, overall, great week, food-wise. So I definitely did eat a little worse than I normally do, but it worked out okay. I'm sure I was still in a deficit because I was doing pretty good. And that's one benefit, at least at this point, of being so big still, is that I can mess up a little bit food-wise and still lose quite a bit. So the 5K was last Sunday, and I did finish, got my medal. Super stoked about that. We had a great time. I had a bunch of friends there, like I said before. And honestly, they pushed me along a lot. My time was a lot better than I was expecting because I had walked this far a couple of times before just to make sure I could actually do it, right? But my time during the actual 5K was a lot better than it normally is. I actually finished up at around 57 minutes, I think. Let's just take a look. So yeah, my actual time was 57 minutes and 21 seconds. But as you can see, it was about 1/10 of a mile short of 5 kilometers, but I'm okay with that. If we go over to segments, you can see that I actually had a sub 18-minute mile as a part of it, which my roommate had actually given me a challenge to make a sub 18-minute mile by June 1st, so that was a happy little accident. But if we go back, you can see my average pace is 18 minutes and 51 seconds per mile, which I'm pretty happy with. I am still over 400 pounds. But yeah, like I said, my friends that were there with me definitely pushed me harder than I probably would have gone if I was by myself, which I guess is a good thing, but my heart rate definitely got a little high, higher than I typically would take it, up into the high 180 range here, and I rode that for a while at the end. I usually shoot for around 160, 165 for cardio. And I'm planning on doing one of these every 2 to 3 months and seeing how much I can improve my time for each event. Of course, eventually running. So I actually completed another 5K walk this week. This one just wasn't an event. My roommate and I actually went out to a local trail in a state park. I had read that walking on trails was really good for overweight people because it gives you a better leg workout, softer impacts, and the elevation makes it better cardio. But you can see my time was significantly worse, which is to be expected, I guess. I made a YouTube short about that, so go check that out. But the gist is, it was definitely a good workout, but not as practical for me as what I usually do, so it'll probably just be an every now and then sort of deal. So I'm planning on doing one of these every 2 to 3 months and seeing how much I can improve my time. Of course, eventually running, but not for now. So for closing thoughts, again, it was a pretty good week, and I'm really happy with how much self-control I had, given that I had pretty much unlimited access to food all week. But I am excited to be going back to normal, as crazy as that sounds, next week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna keep up the work, and I'll see y'all after that. Peace.